guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been having a good last couple of weeks. As you can clearly tell from my naked face, I'm going to be filming a tutorial for you guys and I haven't done one in ages, so I'm really excited to get back in and start making more of these. The theme for this video today is Pin-Up Girl, and I'm sure most of you guys already know what that looks like, but here are some images in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Probably just looks like red lips and a winged eye, but the more I looked at it, I realized there's a lot of other elements I haven't noticed before. Like the rest of the makeup is always matte, the eyeshadow is always matte, the blush, and I thought that would be a really interesting challenge. Another reason this video is exciting is because it's actually a collab with another fellow Australian YouTuber, and her name on YouTube is Let It Rain. I have done a collab with her in the past. It was the 7 Deadly Sins collab. If you haven't seen that before, I recommend you check it out. I'll link it below. I really want you guys to check out her video, so I'm going to have it linked in the description. I really suggest you go check it out. It's completely different to mine. Don't worry, you won't be watching exactly the same makeup look on two people. She took the coolest spin on it. It basically looks like a comic book character, but it's still the 1950s pin-up girl look, and I absolutely love it. When you go and watch her video, remember to comment that sheribubble sent you and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to her channel if you haven't already. I tried curling my hair properly, like ringlets, and it failed, and I actually found this top which is sort of suitable. It was my mum. She got it from Zara ages ago, and I never wore it until now because I don't really think red suits me, mostly that I have eczema so much. Can you see it? It's insane. It gets so much worse when you have like a virus or a sick in anyway, so let's just ignore that. Anyway, let's get started. To begin, I'm going to apply my Maybelline Age Rewind primer all over my face so that I have a smooth base to begin with before I apply all the other stuff. For foundation, I decided to use my designer brand Longwear 24-Hour Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Classic Ivory, which is actually the second lightest, so if you're paler than me, this is perfect for you. And to blend it all in, I decided to use my Real Techniques foundation brush. I didn't think it looked flawless enough after the first layer, so I decided to do a second one. That's a good tip for any of you guys that really want to have a full coverage base. Do a thin layer at a time. It's way better than applying a whole lot at once. Next, I applied my NYX Dark Circle Color Corrector Concealer underneath my eyes. This is a really nice peachy shade, and it really does help to make my under eyes look a lot brighter and more healthy and awake. Next, I used my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Tan Light under my eyes to help conceal them even more and on any blemishes and redness that I had on the rest of my face. Next, I used my Face of Australia translucent powder and I attempted baking, but I realized even within a few seconds that it just does not work on my skin because it's so dry and it didn't look that great, so I pretty much brushed it off as I put it on the rest of my face, but it did help to make it look a little more flawless, which was pretty cool. And to apply this powder, I used my Napoleon Perdaz powder brush. Now moving on to highlighting, I really wanted something matte, not sparkly, because that's what this look is all about, so I decided to use my Models Prefer Contour Kit, and I used the pink shade all around my under eyes and everywhere you would usually put highlighter. To apply the powder, I used a small Real Techniques powder brush. Next, I applied this sample of a Sephora blush in the shade number 5 Sweet On You. This was perfect as it's the only matte blush I own. Usually it is quite natural, but I just wanted to put on quite a bit for this look as it really suited it. To apply this, I used my EcoTools blush brush. Now moving on to eyebrows, I used my Chi Chi brow pomade in the shade dark brown. Recently I've realized I really need to get a darker shade though, so I really want to pick up the one in the shade black brown because that's actually the shade my hair is when I dye it, and I also really need to get an actual eyebrow brush because this is actually just a kit eyeliner brush and it takes forever to do my eyebrows because it's just so small. My foundation was being a little bit patchy because of my filming lights melting it off, so I decided to use the Revlon Photoready Concealer in the shade Light, and I just put that in the places that it was coming off. To set my eyebrows, I used my ModelCo More Brows in the shade Medium Dark. This also helps them look way fuller and darker, which is amazing right now because obviously I just need them to match my hair. Again, I used my Models Prefer contour kit, and this time I used the middle shade, which is the coolest contour color, and to apply it under my cheekbones I used my Kit foundation brush actually, and then I blended it in with my Real Techniques contour brush. I find that this is the best way that it can look as natural as possible. For eyes, I decided to use my Naked 2 palette as I had a couple of matte shades that were perfect for this look. The one that I'm blending into my crease right now is in the shade Tease, and it's just a cool toned grey brown shade, and it was perfect for this. All I needed to do was add dimension, so it was great for that. Next, I used the shade Foxy, which is a creamy yellowy nude color, and I used the brush that came in the kit and I applied this underneath my eyebrows just as a highlighter, and then I also used it on the main part of my lid as well. To brighten my eyes even more, I used my Models Prefer contour kit, and I used that lighter shade but on my eyelids. I love that this contour kit can be used for so many things. I sometimes even use the cool tone brown shade to fill in my eyebrows, so if you'd like to see a review of this product, I already have a video up on my channel, so I'm going to have it linked in the description. Now moving on to liquid eyeliner, I'm using my favourite one, which is the Maybelline Hypersharp Wing in the shade Black. And I had a bit of a struggle with this today. Usually I'm fine, but when I have to use one hand to hold open the mirror, everything goes badly. It's fine right now, everything's in control. I try to fix it and nope. And I realized it at the time and I'm pretty damn mad. So my technique to fix it was actually to use a cotton bud, which I did off camera. Then I put some concealer back on my eyelids, some powder back on, and then I tried to start again. But it was so hard to make it good, so I had to put on more concealer and it was just a bit of a disaster. But eventually I made it work. Next, I used my Rimmel ScandalEyes eyeliner in the shade White, as this looked exactly like the eyeliner that the models had on in the pictures, and it makes your eyes look so much bigger, which is really cool. Now, moving on to mascara, I used my ModelCo Lash and Line Superlash mascara and liquid eyeliner, but as you can clearly tell, I only used the mascara side. Now moving on to lips, I began by lining my lips with the Rimmel Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses lip liner in the shade Red Dynamite, and beforehand I actually moisturized my lips so that everything would apply a lot better, so that's why they're already shiny. Now, moving on to my lipstick, I decided to use my most true red lipstick that I own, which is actually my Rimmel Kate Moss Lasting Finish lipstick in the shade 10. I thought this finished this look so well because it was just so vibrant but classic at the same time. Now moving on to false eyelashes. I can't believe I'm saying that in a tutorial for the first time. I feel very beauty guru right now. Other people I'm not too bad, myself I fail, so this is an exciting moment for me. These are actually just from Priceline and they're by the brand Manicure, and they are called Number 1 Tailor, and they're considered to be very natural, and trust me, they are. My mum didn't actually even know they were false eyelashes, she just thought it was good mascara.
The moment I realised I used the wrong eyelashes on the wrong eyes. Is it noticeable? I swear to God they just look the same on both sides.
Now moving on to the other eye, I'm just applying the glue and then I'm using the same tweezer technique to apply them. If you guys would like to see a how I apply fake eyelashes tutorial, I would love to do it. I'm not an expert, but I guess that probably makes it a little more realistic because, as you can tell, I obviously take my time. And this is my finished makeup look. Enjoy the awkward posing, but it has to be done if I spend this long on my makeup. Anyway, that's it for this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the fails along the way. Please remember to check out Let It Rain's channel. I'm going to have her channel and this video, the actual collab, in the description below, so please go check them out for me. Also, if you enjoyed my video, remember to give it a thumbs up and comment below any other themed tutorials you'd like me to do. I love doing them, it's so much fun. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't clicked that subscribe button already, then please do so. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!